Ever heard of a killer? I drop bombs like Hiroshima.
Somebody said, look at LeakYou video. What the fuck is LeakYou? Is it like a site? What's LeakYou? LeakYou. Is it a YouTube channel? Oh, shit. Oh, all right, bet. Here we go.
Please hit the like. Thank you.
One, two, three, four.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I have a very interesting story that I want to bring to you all that we need to talk about. Viewer discretion is absolutely advised for this one. Now, before I get started, shout out to everybody who's coming through. I see you all popping up in the live chats. Shout out to those of you. Wait one moment, please. Wait one moment. Hold on. Shout out to everyone in the chat, and I appreciate each of you on all the different platforms that are coming through. We're streaming on several. If you have not had an opportunity, please follow my official podcast platform. You can go to anchor.fm/LeakYou. I am on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, and Google Podcast. I did just send a text out to somebody. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Stand by, please. Just was making sure. I just want to make something or fix something here. And then we're going to talk about Ryan Garcia. Boxer Ryan Garcia has been in the news for a few days now. And some are, saying things like, he's maybe having a mental break. Is he having some sort of a drug issue? That sort of a thing. So I want to talk about this. But more importantly, I want to talk about Bohemian Grove. Now, before we get into it, let me just give a shout out to the special folks in my chat. We've got Rolla Mile Investigates in the building. Please make sure you go and follow her platform, True Crime Sector, all day, every day. We've got Emmanuel Briggs in the building, and we also have Momo in the building. Shout out to Momo. Good to have y'all here. And I wanted to make sure I had that viewer discretion advised up. Oh, and shout out to all of you on Twitter. I've been getting quite a lot of Twitter traffic lately, and I appreciate it. And I'll keep bringing this type of content. These are the types of things that I discuss. Now, let's get on into it, shall we? I have got some audio that we're going to be listening to tonight. All right. Some audio. But before we do that, let me give you the story. Bohemian Grove, an elite club outside of San Francisco, California. This club really does exist. It has been alleged, and we're talking some allegations that are absolutely explosive and nefarious, to say the least. Now, Ryan Garcia, boxer Ryan Garcia, and just so you know, that is the man on the thumbnail. Ryan Garcia is making some very serious allegations. He claims that Bohemian Grove kidnapped him. Okay. Now, he's been making these accusations not only on Twitter, but he also has been making them vocally. And he made his way over to Andrew Tate's spaces. And we're going to listen to it here in just a second. But this Bohemian Grove, this elite club, which exists in the north of San Francisco, has many, many urban legends that surround it. But the question is, how true are these legends and these rumors? Bohemian Grove was founded by a group of journalists who referred to themselves as Bohemians. This is an exclusive club. It started in San Francisco Examiner office back in 1872. The entire operation today has an annual summer camp that is almost entirely hidden from the media. They don't have a website. There is no email contact, and there's currently no application process. There's not even a wait list for memberships, and it is an invite-only club. Now, maybe some of you have memories of rituals that have been exposed at Bohemian Grove. Oh, we're going to get there. Now, back in the late 90s, the world got its first glimpse into what Bohemian Grove was after a guerrilla journalist and disgraced conspiracy theorist Alex Jones released footage of an alleged satanic ritual that was happening at Bohemian Grove. Now, when he realized he wasn't invited to this place after a number of attempts, Alex Jones sneaked into this property of this exclusive men's society. I almost get hostel vibes, right? Or like the vibes of an elite murder club, right? That does just weird stuff. You've seen the movies, right? Now, what Alex filmed that night, regardless of his controversial background, remains a mystery because only his side of the story is known. Now, their building in San Francisco is away from the forest compound where these gatherings between elites, the rich and powerful, allegedly take place. Okay. There is a plaque of an etching owl that can be spotted in the building with a line that reads, quote, "Weaving spiders, come not here," end quote. It's also a piece of writing from Shakespeare's A Midnight Summer Dream that the club turned into their motto. Now, back in 2004, Alex Jones also tricked globalist David Gergen into an interview about Bohemian Grove. And we're going to show you that here in a second, too. Now, the Grove is 50 miles north of the city in Monterrey, and it's in the middle of a 2,700-acre secured private camp among ancient redwoods. And that is where Bohemian Grove holds a summer event that has taken place every single year for the last 1.5 centuries. Now, the video that Alex Jones was able to get out depicts a ritual in which there is an alleged sacrifice of a human effigy to a large wooden owl. This large statue is then worshipped as fireworks go off and cloaked high priests pray. We're talking about a club, the type of club, elite type of club, I guess, where there have been multiple urban legends of nefarious acts taking place there for decades. In real life, it's also very famous for a Manhattan Project meeting that took place back in September 1942 that subsequently led to the creation of the atomic bomb. Oppenheimer. Now, a lot of the stories haven't been verified and a lot have been deemed as conspiracy theories, but it does not take away from the fact that we've got some very interesting video rituals and conspiracies regarding Bohemian Grove. Now, what you're about to hear is disturbing. Obviously, it's just audio, and this clip has went viral, so maybe you've heard it yet, but if you haven't, please prepare yourself, and I would recommend and advise that sensitive ears leave the room. Seriously, because Ryan Garcia makes some allegations of not only being kidnapped, but of being forced to watch things. And we're going to dig a little bit more into some of the legends, the urban legends that surround this place. But let's go ahead and roll the clip, shall we?
Yo, Andrew. Hey, bro. All right, talk to us.
Oh, and may I preface this? This is on Andrew Tate's Spaces. All right, this is. Just listen to this.
Bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. They held me down and they made me watch little kids get raped. I don't give a fuck anymore. Where? Bro, they fucking took to the fucking woods, bro, and they fucking tied. I'm not fucking joking, bro. I have fucking proof, bro. I don't give a fuck. Bro, I fucking will show you every fucking video you could ever fucking believe. Bohemian Grove is real. They fucking tied me down and they made me fucking watch, dog. I absolutely don't give a fuck anymore. Yes, I fucking lost it. They're raping little kids.
He doesn't want to take us all, so let's go. Come on, Ryan. He doesn't want to take us.
Come on, fuck this guy. Bro, fuck this dude, dude. Who? Bro, you know the higher elites, bro. You already know who they are, bro.
No, you know what?
You know the path
Andrew,
you're going down is dangerous, my friend.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. They can't touch me. I'm a god.
Well, that's point of contention because I care about you a lot and I can assure you from my own personal experience that they can touch you, which is the worst part
no,
about
they
it.
can't, bro. All right, so come touch me, you fucking bitch.
You have proof of these things. You have proof of this on your phone?
Yes, of course I do. The fuck you talking about? Of course. If Alex could get a fucking video from the Bohemian Grove, of course I could.
Well, I have to be careful what I say because I'm in the middle of a judicial process right now.
You want me to get you out of it? I can help.
Well, bro, my door gets kicked in if I say what I'm thinking.
Okay, well, I can help you get out of it if you want. I know people.
Oh. Tell everyone at home then. Start from the beginning. When did this happen? Where did this happen? What exactly did you see? Why have you tweeted the things you've tweeted? Let people at home understand you a little bit.
Because I don't give a fuck, bro. They raped me, right? I was 2 years old. They raped me. I have proof of that too. That's where it all started, bro. Okay?
You do know there's going to be certain people who believe, and I'm Ryan, you know, I like you. We've been speaking for years. You know, there's going to be people who believe you're just saying this because you've, I don't know, had a mental breakdown or taken drugs and you're repeating some of the things you've said on the internet. And so they're going to not believe you unless you come at it
The
very
drug test, then,
coherently.
Andrew, I'll go to fucking Romania and take a drug test in front of your face.
Bro, you don't want to come here. you don't need Romanian jail staff for your fight camp. But I'm just asking, like, you're gonna have to tell a far more coherent story from start to finish for people to truly understand that what you're saying happened is what you saw, and that this is not some sort of episode or anything else. This is my advice to you as a brother. I'm trying to make it, if you want people to believe you, you're going to have to come along and explain from the absolute beginning exactly how it happened, who was involved, how you got there, what car you were in, where you were standing, everything.
Of course they're going to want that, and I have all the information possible.
Okay, so when you're releasing it, how are you releasing it? Or are you keeping it for yourself? Because it looks like you don't want to keep it for yourself.
I don't. At the right time, I'm going to release all of it, but at the right time, I'm going to do it. They're already calling me to tell me to stop. I don't give a fuck, dude. I've already had a meeting with them. I'm going to let you sit with that, Andrew.
All right, bro. Well, I want you to know that either way, I'm praying for you, and I hope that.
Thank you, bro.
You know, no, and I mean,
I don't give
absolutely.
a fuck, bro. And Alex Jones has been saying the same shit, and they try to can't. The only reason they can't stop me because they listen to the devil. I listen to God. God gave me authority. It's over for everybody, bro.
All right. So you heard that, right? And a lot could be construed from that. Like, is he on drugs? Has he had some sort of a loss of his grip on reality, which is what some are questioning. It's not just these comments that he's made that seem to be very alarming and unhinged, right? But more so than anything, what this is doing is exposing Bohemian Grove, this elite club, which is only again for the rich and powerful, invite only, where they literally do sacrifices and rituals. Listen to some of this insane stuff. There's been a lot of presidents that have been members of this club. All right. Again, since 1872. I just want you to listen to a summary of a kind of a guide to what goes on at Bohemian Grove at this camp. Some of the events, right? And again, there's something about owls that they are fascinated with and that they sacrifice human effigies to. All right. And so there's, there's something there called the Owl Shrine, aka the cremation of care. Okay. Hail, fellowships, eternal flame, the campfire circle. Okay, with certain names like Sly Fox and then Sam Cooke. Museum Talk, Lakeside Talk, Grove Stage on the Little Friday Night, the Low Jinks at Filled Circle. Easy going. I mean, these are the names of some of these events that they have, that these elites go to. Captains of industry, politicians. You think Epstein Island is something? Then you definitely need to be researching Bohemian Grove. All right. Politicians, the occasional artist, which keeps the club to its, bohemian roots. But some of the most famous men are well-known attendees, members, and regular guests of this club. Shall I begin? James A. Baker III, Christopher Buckley, William F. Buckley, George H.W. Bush. Yeah, former president. George W. Bush. Right? So daddy and son. Dick Cheney. Calvin Coolidge, Walter Cronkite, Bing Crosby, John DuPont, Clint Eastwood, Dwight D. Eisenhower, Gerald Ford, Barry Goldwater, Merv Griffin, Alexander Haig, Charleston Heston, Herbert Hoover, Jack Kemp, Henry Kissinger, Jack London, Steve Miller, Robert Mondovi, Colin Powell, Ronald Reagan, David Rockefeller, Nelson Rockefeller, Theodore Roosevelt, Karl Rove, Donald Rumsfeld, Charles Schwab, Mark Twain, and Earl Warren. Just some of the names of this ultra exclusive club. Okay. Among these ancient redwoods where they have this fascination with owls that they're sacrificing human effigies to. Okay. It is very odd. Very, very odd. Very secretive. Again, since 1872, this club has been in existence. And one of those events I was telling you about, the cremation care, which is the weirdest name for something like this. This even made the Washington Post, okay? This cremation of care event. All right, this ritual that celebrates members' brief but welcome midsummer escape from life's cares. They do these weird comedies, these weird musicals, like I was saying, the Grove play. But that cremation of care event has drawn particular scrutiny, especially again since Alex Jones snuck into that encampment and filmed the ceremony back in 2000. Okay. And we're going to take a look at that. Oh, but in the meantime, can we get David Gergen's response when he was asked about Bohemian Grove? I'm interested in what David Gergen had to say. David Gergen has anchored on CNN. All right. Lots of politic talk. He has a very surprised expression.
But what about the ritual? Is the ritual?
That was not a gentlemanly thing to do.
But what about the ritual? Is the ritual gentlemanly?
Sir, everything I don't owe you this comment.
I know.
This is
Hey,
what's called
Queen
ambush
Brown.
journalism, and I disrespect you for that as well. So thank
Have
you
ever
and
been
goodbye.
in the ritual?
It's none of your damn business.
Ooh. 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 Ooh, he got a little upset there. Just a little bit upset. What are we so upset for? Right? Now, let me just go hit the chat really quick because I haven't been looking at it, but I do want to give a special shout out to Queen's Throne. I didn't want to say anything until I seen her moving around. And it looks like she is speaking to it. So I am hoping that you will get better soon. Queen had some surgery recently, and she is healing. So you all, please, throw special vibe. Just give her some positive vibes. I'm not going to say pray or nothing like that, but throw some positive vibes her way because we all need them from time to time, right? Hey, shout out to Jay Lee in the building. Chirp, chirp to ya. Who else do we've got in the building? Robzilla TV. Let's see here. Yeah, maybe he is trolling. It certainly is, right? That's a definite possibility. But again, the thing about it is it highlights Bohemian Grove overall, period. And how Epstein Island has nothing on this place. And we're going to take a look at some of this video, but the president's names that I just read off, former presidents that are members of this club, right? Hey, Third Eye, shout out to Third Eye in the building. I hope I haven't missed anybody. But yeah, it's good to see everybody in the building. So hold on one second here. 1 second. Right. All right. So I want to take a look at some more video. All right. So I want to give a shout out to Hurry Up Boxing. Hurry Up Boxing has did a very interesting video that's highlighted, right? Ryan Garcia, but also Bohemian Grove, right? And some of the activities there. Some of the activities there. um And I do want to take a look at it because it's kind of crazy that right now, if you look just specifically for the raw Alex Jones Bohemian Grove footage, they're really good at like hiding it. Okay. Really, really good at trying to hide it from us. So give me just a second. All right. I want to take a look at this.
Beautiful redwoods and
Take a look at this, y'all. Are we having sound issues? Hold on, guys. Make sure that we. Oh, I think I may know why that's happening. There we go. Okay, I hear myself now. One momento, please. I can throw it up in this tab. All right, let's try this again. Hold on, there's something really weird going on. Hold on a sec. One momento, we will resolve this. I think it may be because the tab is not part of the actual group here. So let's try this again. And if it doesn't work, then we'll move on. But I really want y'all to see this strange ritual. Very weird.
Owl God Moloch. That's real, dude.
I
They
know.
really do that.
I know.
They do that. But what are you eye rolling, motherfucker?
I'm rolling that the Illuminati doesn't
Brian.
control the world because
Brian.
nobody's that organized.
Well, maybe they're not. But did
There
you
you
ever
go.
see
There
that
you go.
Bohemian Grove thing? That is absolutely 100%
So
real.
what? I
No,
know.
it's not. So what, Brian? It's people dressing up like wizards, saying some
weird,
sacred
dude.
Doesn't mean
ritual,
they control shit.
It's
you
weird,
fuck.
B.
burning an effigy in front of an owl
Same
god.
with Burning Man.
Bro, this is so different than Burning Man. It's the government. It's people at the highest levels
government.
of banks. It's all these different famous people. There's a bunch of crazy, really rich, influential people that went to that Bohemian Grove and dressed up like druids and they chanted things.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Have you been there for the ceremony with the cremation of care? Frankly, I don't think that's something I need to talk to you about.
Wow,
That's
the
right.
fact he even knows
I'm
about
Alex
it.
Jones, and I snuck in there in 2000. I'm the guy that blew it wide open.
Wow.
Got the video. It's been on national TV.
Well, I disrespect you for that.
Really?
I'll tell you a couple of stories about fraud. The Bohemian Club, as you say, the Bohemian Club, that's where all those rich Republicans go up and stand naked against redwood trees, right?
Ooh. Ooh, wee.
I've never
Ouch.
been to the Bohemian Club, but you ought to go. It'd be good for you. Get some fresh air.
What's this picture of?
Actually, don't remember.
It's you at the Bohemian Grove. You told me that I'm delusional.
You know, it's nice to know that there's some people who have fantasy lives
not
that have
fantasy,
nothing
it's
to
true.
touch with.
There's
Nice
video
to
inside the
have you here. Bye
Bohemian
bye.
So you were there. Can we talk to you about it, sir? Yes, sir. First question.
Look how they're running.
Sorry. You gave a keynote speech at the Bohemian Grove Club, sir. A club which openly has mock child sacrifices and satanic worship, sir. Can you answer my question, sir, please?
I was very pleased. I was very pleased with my performance in the debate. It was a good debate.
What about the Bohemian Grove Club, though, sir? That's very important. They do mock human sacrifices there, sir, and you reported being there.
I was very pleased with my performance in the debate.
Sir, why did you ignore my question, sir? Can we have an open dialogue? If you want to be president, let's have an open dialogue about this. You just ignored me, sir.
It was the night of July 15th, 2000. Mike Hansen and I were about to attempt the first ever successful infiltration of the Bohemian Grove. Others have tried and failed. No one has ever actually made it in and out with video evidence. After careful planning, we decided the best tactic would be to insert ourselves about a half mile from the main entrance into the heavily wooded area, entering the gorge by stealth and getting into the main parking area. From there, we posed as Bohemian Club members, thus entering the inner sanctums of the New World Order. After landing in San Francisco at the International Airport, we traveled through the city, across the Golden Gate Bridge into deeper Northern California. From there north to Santa Rosa, going west on Highway 12, the gateway to Bohemian Grove.
Well, here we are, folks, turning on to the Bohemian Highway and Bohemian Grove. We're going to find out what in the New World Order is going on here.
There's a guard gate right over there, a small guard gate, and then back further, an even more elaborate guard gate with surveillance cameras, you name it. Not a through road, ladies and gentlemen, right up here in Northern California.
What do you think about Bohemian Grove?
I used to work there.
You used to work there?
Yeah.
And now you work at Camp Meeker?
No, I don't work. Yeah, I live in Camp Meeker.
Oh, you live there?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Did you ever watch the cremation of care?
No.
What'd you do at the?
I just worked there.
But I mean,
Yeah.
you never saw him march around in the red robes and
No.
Oh, really? That doesn't go on.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
I don't know. We always hear there's like big, fat, rich guys with prostitutes there.
Really?
Yeah.
What about the owl and the rituals?
I don't know anything about it.
Never heard about the rituals?
Rituals.
Ritual killing of a human sacrifice of a human?
Nope. Never heard of it.
What would you think if that was going on?
I think it's pretty weird. Wouldn't be that surprised. I mean, it is our government after all.
What'd you do, work there? Or
Worked there, yeah.
Oh, it's a beautiful area?
Yeah, very beautiful. It's got big trees.
Have you ever been there for the cremation of care?
No.
So you've never been there for the rituals?
No.
You ever heard about them?
Yes.
What have you heard they do, sir?
Nothing. They got that tree that looks like an owl.
Wow.
Tree that looks like an owl?
Tree or rock, or it's a carving, or it's where the stage is.
But have you heard what they do during that?
No, I have no idea what they do.
What would you say if we told you they burn a human being in effigy? They don't really do it. They burn it in effigy.
I don't know what that means.
Well, they have like a dummy that looks like a person under a black blanket.
Huh?
They take it up there and burn it.
No, I don't know.
Pretty weird.
Huh?
Very weird.
Pretty weird.
Yeah, I never seen that.
Here's just one of many signs sporting French with skulls adorned with other trappings of death. We also saw signage with Latin and other ancient languages.
Old guard. Look at the owl logo. What is the fascination
Here
with
you can
owls?
see the bottom of the stone owl with the altar and the eternal flame, a Aladdin lamp style urn that continually burns year around, we're told. Keep in mind the scale of the idol compared to those giant redwood trees.
Can we just pause for a moment and look at the outfits that these people have on? Like, even here, during this cremation of care ritual that was going down, look at the tall hat. It almost looks like something a pope or a bishop would wear, right? In the Catholic Church. What in the world is going on?
One of the
Sacrificing
Sonoma County
to
Sheriff's
owls.
deputies showed up and began asking us why we were filming. We calmly told him we were just sightseeing as members of the Bohemian Club. The point that has to be made here, though, is they do have hidden cameras. After escaping the sheriff's department, Mike and I traveled high into the hills to wait until dark and the beginning of the cremation of care ceremony.
Oh, wow. Look at all the people.
Before the cremation of care, all the Bohemian Club members begin a massive feast of revelry.
He's so pissed off at me.
And just think about all those former presidents' names that I mentioned, some of the most richest, powerful men in the world with all the money, sitting there, stuffing their faces, sacrificing to an owl, carving. They're leading our world and our government. These are politicians, people that have control over your life. Singing, the chanting.
After the feast, cult members travel from the main
gosh,
dining area under
Momo.
the trees out to the eastern side of the lake, where they congregate and prepare themselves to properly thank their deity. Again, the 3,000 plus year old Moloch. The occult activities are coming up. And then after the actual ritual, we're going to give you some more of the history surrounding it. But first off, I wanted to draw your attention to the program that was given out to the spectators or the viewers. I guess an occultist would call them novices, who actually watched as the priest and their supporters engaged in this ancient rite. Now, you're looking at a little demon called PJ that was on the front of the actual program. It's kind of an Hieronymus Bosch style. He's got a little broom and a dustpan, and he's sweeping something up. Now, even more shocking is the figure of a human body burning in the flames. In fact, I've shown it to people that are experts in anatomy, to actual doctors, and they say that the anatomical size is that of a baby or small child. Notice how large the cranium is in comparison to the torso, that is the ribs.
Yeah,
Understand, ladies and gentlemen, this is from the program itself, given out to the establishment lackeys witnessing these sinister activities. Remember, in Babylon and Tyre, they would throw their children into fiery pits. Look at the size of the hands compared to the rest of the body.
Yeah.
At long last, here it is, the cremation of care unveiled.
Look at all those people.
Oh,
As we sat there in the darkness, not knowing what we were about to see in the gathering crowd, suddenly, across the small lake, we saw a carriage with men in black and brown cloaks, robes in front and in back, bearing a bound body. Remember, it was a hidden camera and at somewhat of an angle.
Oh, wow. This is Satanist. This is satanic. Disturbing. If it's such an elite club, why are they so ashamed to claim that they've been there? You notice how all of all of them were clamming up when they were asked, right?
Of men in black and brown and the bound body on the back of the buggy. They drove behind big black tarps they had hanging out of the trees. There was lots of smacking on lips of in bizarre enjoyment by the crowd. We still haven't made out exactly what was going on, but that a real sacrifice may have actually been developing, according to some occult experts.
Yo, guess what movie that just hit my head? Just like that. Midsummer. I believe it is on Netflix. One of the most disturbing movies I have seen in my adult life. I was very shocked. But I'm totally getting those types of vibes, right? Except that was in Norway. This is right here in San Francisco, or Monte Rio, but north of San Francisco, California, where all of our leaders are apparently going and feasting and partaking into these rituals. And yeah, it sure makes it hit different when you think about how George Bush calls on God, right? Because I believe in the living God, and that he's not some piece of carving that you pray to, okay? An owl, all right? That's my belief, my personal belief. But to think that, you know, you have to think about that. Our presidents can say one thing, our leaders can say one thing to us and be doing something completely different in their personal lives.
All the time in the darkness across the small lake, the men in black were doing something behind the dark curtains hanging from the redwood trees. Then after about 10 more minutes of music, suddenly all around the owl, activity began. Here is the main central part of the ritual.
The owl is in his leafy temple. Let all within the grove be reverent before him. Lift up your heads, O ye trees, and be ye lifted up, ye everlasting spires. For behold, here is Bohemian shrine, and holy are the pillars of this house. Breathing spiders, come not near. Hail, Bohemians, with the ripple of waters, song of birds, such music as inspires the sinking soul, do we invite you into midsummer's joy. Sky above is blue, sown with stars.
And listen, I have to say this. That movie, Midsummer, that I just mentioned, that was what they did as well. I know it was a movie, but a lot of things are based on things that really, really happen. And in this movie, you can see it on Netflix. It's disturbing, but they're going into midsummer and they have, some celebrations that involve the sacrifice of humans to bring on the new, fresh, babies that may be born to their very strange cult. Okay. I can't even pretend to even understand some of this because I would never be a member of a club like this. But I wonder how much these people pay to be a part of this. Because I hear it's in the million, like it's serious dollars to be a member of this elite invite only club.
The forest floor is heaped with fragrant drift. Evening's cool kiss is yours.
They talking
Campfire's
crazy.
glow.
House
The
of
birds
horror.
have broken and you're gone. Shake off your sorrows with the city's dust and cast to the winds the cares of life. Let memory bring back the well-loved names of gallant friends who knew and loved this grove. Dear boon companions of the long ago. Aye, let them join us in this rhythm. Not a place be empty in our midst. Oh, beauty's vassals, who hold in this gray autumn of the world her springtime in your heart, attend our tale. Gather, ye forest folk, and cast your spell over these mortals. Touch their world-blind eyes with fairy unction. Open their eyes and blow all the memories of yesterday and seal the gates of sorrow. It is a dream, and yet not all a dream. Joel Care and all of his words are but a dream. As vanished Babylon and goodly Tyre, so shall they also vanish. But the wilding rose blows on the broken battlements of Tyre, and walking rends the stones of Babylon. For beauty is eternal, and we bow to beauty everlasting. For lasting happiness, return to one alone, and she surrounds you now. Sweet nature, refuge of the weary heart, and only balm for breasts that have been bruised. We have cool hands for every favorite brow, and gentlest silence for the troubled soul. The tonsils are most wise. She healeth well,
Manual.
having such ministries as calm and sleep.
I know, right?
Faithful. Other friends may fail, but seek ye her in any
You're going to be thinking Bohemian Grove when you hear frog.
She will rise and give to you her kiss. So must ye come as children. Little children that believe nor ever doubt her beauty and her faith, nor deem her tenderness can change or die.
The production of it all, right? Oh, wow.
Bohemians and priests, the desperate call of heavy hearts is answered by the power of your fellowship. Dull care is slain. His body has been brought yonder from a funeral pyre to the joyous pipings of a funeral march.
Not the joyous piping.
Our funeral pyre awaits the corpse of care. There we go.
What? Oh, wow. Now they're burning the funeral pyre?
Here you have the boatman. His face is painted up like a skull, bringing the bound body across the water. Again, we'll have enhanced video of this later. And let's see if you can pick up all of the different occultic meanings in the speeches you're about to hear.
thus buried across the shadowy tide, in all the ancient majesty of death, no arch enemy of beauty. Not for thee the tended the gift or the restful grave. Fire shall have its will of thee, and all the winds make merry with thy dust. Bring fire!
Not trumpets, y'all. Not a band, an orchestra. Trumpets and trombones and tubas. Wow. This is the kind of nonsense our leaders and politicians
Year after year, you
participate
burn in
in.
this grove, lifting your puny shouts of triumph to the stars. But when again ye turn your faces to the marketplace, do ye not find me waiting as of old? Fools! Fools! Fools to dream ye conquer care!
The decisions some of these people are making that impacts our lives. When our Sylvan holiday has ended, I'm reading this, we shall meet thee and fight thee as of old.
And some of us prevail against thee, and some thou shalt destroy. But this too we know. Year after year within this happy grove, our fellowship bans thee for a space. Thy malevolence which would pursue us here has lost its power under these friendly trees. So shall we burn thee once again this night, and the flames that eat thine effigy, we shall read the sign that midsummer sets us free.
Ye shall burn me once again! Not with these flames, which hither ye have brought from regions where I reign. Ye fools and priests, I spit upon your fire.
Wow. Prince of all mortal wisdom, thou of Bohemia, we beseech thee, grant us thy counsel.
Unbelievable, guys.
Let it be kindled where the world where care is nourished on the gates of men, and drive him from this one flame alone must light this fire. One flame alone must light this fire. The pure eternal flame, the pure eternal flame. Great owl of Bohemia, we thank thee for thy adjuration.
They're lighting the fire. Here it goes.
Be gone, detested care, be gone. Once more, we banish thee. Be gone, dull care. Fire shall have its will of thee. Be gone, dull care. And all the winds make merry with thy dust. Hail, fellowship's eternal flame. Once again, midsummer sets us free.
So, whether that is a human effigy, whether that's an effigy, or if they've ever actually did this to a real human body, regardless, this ritual is extremely disturbing. And what's most disturbing is those that participate in it. Again, a lot of very powerful people. They've now burned the so-called funeral pyre. I guess this to them is symbolizing cleansing and a new year, based on what they were saying. I'm definitely on alert here in Texas as well.
Upon further research of the ritual you just witnessed, it becomes clear. It is a mixture of the Babylonian Canaanite cult of Moloch fused with ancient Druidic rites, where you have the female side of Satan, which they first call out to in the she, and then towards the horn god with the he, mixed with Masonic rites from Scotland. It's very likely that many of the 1,500 to 2,000 member crowd had really no idea what they were actually watching because it was thinly veiled. Here we have some more enhanced video as the boatman, again with his face painted up like a skull, pulls his boat across the small lake towards the high priest with the red of his cloak visible, with his hand outstretched as if he is pulling the damned soul towards him as they throw off their cares, their conscience for what they have to do in the world. Also, you have the arrangement of the circle of higher level priests around him, the high priest in lighter colors, and then the outer rings of red, and then those in black. This is consistent with the darker workings of the occult, not just with the Western countries, but also worldwide. Now, when you see that black edge coming to the field, that's because we zoomed in on the video, and many times the picture was almost out of the screen. So that's the edge of the field or the view of the camera.
That's you.
Time of evidence which would pursue us here has lost its power under these friendly trees. So shall we burn thee once again this night, and in the flames that eat thine effigy, we shall read the sign, Midsummer sets us free. You shall burn me once again! Now with me, flame, which hither ye have brought from regions where I reign. Ye fools and priests, I spit upon your fire.
Wow. Great son of all mortal wisdom, Owl of Bohemia, we beseech thee, grant us thy counsel. O great Owl of Bohemia, we thank thee for thy adjuration. Be gone. Once more, we banish thee. Be gone, dull care. Fire shall have its will of thee. Be gone, dull care. And all the winds make merry with thy ducks. Hail, fellowship's eternal flame. Once again, midsummer sets us free.
There you see the funeral pyre burning with the effigy of a human, or it could be real, ladies and gentlemen. There's been a lot of strange going-ons in that area of Northern California, but this is what the establishment is into right here in America, the cremation of care. And this was July 15th, 2000.
The only man that's ever managed to get footage of these rituals. Aside from the urban legends, we wouldn't even know about any of this. Wow, just
Another point, the pyrotechnics you're seeing going off were being released from beneath little wrought iron crosses about 1.5 feet tall. Also, notice the screams of pain coming from the sacrifice.
I did notice that.
Be gone. Once more, keep standing. Be gone, don't care. Fire shall have its will of thee. Be gone, don't care. And all the winds make merry with thy ducks. Hail, fellowship's eternal flame. Once again, midsummer sets us free.
You hear someone screaming, right? But you also seen someone moving, and then the whole place is now lit up. What are we supposed to think just happened there? An effigy? Or was there an actual human being sacrificed? I'm sure being torched on fire hurts, right? But they say it's an effigy. But I hear someone screaming. Okay.
One of the facets of the ritual that goes deeply into the occult. Again, we've already mentioned the Druids at their bonfires or bonfires throwing bodies into fiery pits after ritually cutting their hearts out or slitting their throats. They talk about reading the sign in the burning effigy, reading the sign. Again, research your history books on the occult, even the Encyclopedia Britannica on what the Druids would engage in. This is just unbelievably macabre and evil. I want to make it clear that I'm neither Republican nor Democrat, but the facts speak for itself. George Bush Sr., Jr., even their grandfather Prescott Bush were all members of the Bohemian Club. So we dropped by to, well, let them know that we're fully aware of their activities.
This is massive. This is how George Bush dresses up. Right here. We got him on tape. This is how they dress up. Right here. In red and black robes. A little more pointy, though, like the Klan. We've got him on tape. This is how George Bush dresses. Right here when he's in the Bohemian Grove. This is how he dresses. We've already put it on television. Absolutely disgusting. George Bush isn't a conservative. He's not for family values. He is nothing but a Luciferian twit. A Luciferian twit, Bush. You may think you can feed on the human population. We say no here. We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Long live the Constitution and death to the New World Order. We stand firm. We stand strong for America against your evil, Bush. And we're going to get this story out, but we're going to continue to push it because the truth will not be hidden. That you are part of a 3,000-plus-year-old devil cult for the outgoing from Babylon as well as Tyre. We have the high priest admitting all this. We have it on videotape. It is documented. It is documented. A Luciferian devil worshiper.
There had to be, in my belief, an occultist, a deep occultist, who designed each of the elements of this ceremony. It wasn't just a bunch of guys sit together at a bar and said, "Hey, let's have a good time."
No, it's a complete production.
And why don't we do this or that? I believe it was purposely designed, each element in its turn.
I agree.
For what they did.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
I would only hope that the people of the world realize the organized evil we're dealing with at almost every level. Republican, Democrat, you name it. They're all working on the same team. Ladies and gentlemen, it's called world government, the New World Order, dehumanization. It's not a joke. It's deadly serious. Unfortunately, they've been breeding societies to think everything's a joke. I'm here to tell you truth is stranger than fiction.
you all. Wow. That's deep. And that's footage that does not see the light of day too often. People work really hard to try to stamp down that Bohemian Grove footage that managed to make its way out back when Alex Jones managed to infiltrate and witness this entire and we all know he's extremely controversial. Dude has said a lot of things I don't agree with at all. But again, it does not take away what's happening in our faces and the fact that the rich and powerful, the most rich, the most powerful of our world leaders are members of this invite only club that has no membership. As far as wait list is concerned, there's no wait list to become a member. You have to be invited. There's no email to contact anyone. There's no website. It is completely off grid, so to speak. So to get this type of insight into what is going down at Bohemian Grove every year during their midsummers, this cremation of care ritual, which they even called a ritual while performing said ritual. It is very disturbing on so many levels. And the sacrifice element of it, unnerving. Absolutely unnerving. Shout out to the LeakYou community. Please join us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music.
Please hit the like. Thank you.
We're going to need Ryan Garcia to be extremely careful of, fooling, prodding, or poking, these people because, again, they have a lot to hide. Do you really think that these rich and powerful men want their faces even seen at such a ritual like this? And on top of the fact that Ryan Garcia has a fight upcoming that he should definitely be focusing for against Devin Haney, there seems, a lot of other things are taking precedent than the actual fight itself. Or could this be, as was mentioned in the chat earlier, a clout chase in order to drum up attention for this fight? Or is this a situation where Ryan is having some sort of a mental breakdown? Okay. Some have questioned drugs. Okay. And I think that's normal just based on some of these allegations. Again, if you just rewind back, I'm not going to play the audio clip again, but when he went on Andrew Tate's Spaces, he straight up said he was kidnapped and that he was tied down and forced to witness some extremely nefarious things going down and was, saying things like Bohemian Grove is real. Well, we know it's real. There's no question about that. And as Momo says, I agree that the world we thought we lived in is all a lie and that our government leaders are demons. And, especially targeted, right? There's a lot of talk about our leaders being targeted by entities, reptilian entities, so that they can control what's going on in the world and control these leaders like puppets. Again, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you for coming through. I know we've went a little bit over than what I anticipated, but I really wanted to get through that footage as a whole that was recorded back in 2000, almost 24 years ago, and is again the only footage that has ever seen the light of day of the things that happen or go down in this elite club. I wonder if the members have tattoos. I think about that because of the movie Hostel, right, with their elite human hunting club. very disturbing on so many levels. I want to say thanks again to all of you that came through. Surprisingly, again, and I'm not trying to brag, but we have had more people watching on Twitter. Now, you all can't see that on YouTube, but we've had around 20, 25 roll in on each show, each night. That I've been doing this. So I want to thank you guys, and please continue to share my videos out there on Twitter. I received a blue check mark the other day, which surprised me. So we're finally getting some traction out there, and I do appreciate those of you who have tuned in. I will definitely be live tomorrow with another show. Don't know what it will be yet. But typically this is the type of content that, it's what I've been doing lately. So I love each and every one of you as well. Shout out to Momo who came through. Shout out to Queen's Throne. Get well soon. Shout out to Third Eye, Rami, Emmanuel Briggs, Jay Chronicles, everybody. I can't even name all of you that came through, engaged, participated in the chat. Shout out to those of you on Twitch as well as Facebook and Instagram, where we've been streaming our shows for the last few weeks. I appreciate each and every one of you as well. Before we get up out, hey, Roasted Toast, good to see you as well. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Before we get up out of here, I'm going to throw one more ad your way, and then we'll close it down. Please also feel free to join our Discord, where you can engage and tap in with the LeakYou community. I don't do really any discussion or, talk amongst anyone or, even people in the LeakYou community outside of Discord. I pretty much do it all within Discord at this point. You can become a member of Discord free of charge, discord.gg/LeakYou. And as mentioned previously, make sure you check out my anchor.fm/LeakYou page, where you can listen to my official podcast. I have already launched season 2. And you can also find me on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, and Google Podcasts. Thanks to everybody who came through. I appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time.
The judgment sentence that you are an asshole. The trial is over. Thank you, everybody.
Let's play a game. You have 10 seconds to take all your stuff and get out of my life. 10, 9, 8.
God bless you, motherfucker.
You're really smart. Like really, really, really smart, like I am.